Hello viewers, welcome back once again and sorry for my messy handwriting. Today we'll be discussing Rutherford's model of the atom. Now, Rutherford was a scientist who also contributed to the field of atomic physics. Specifically, his major contribution was the structure of the atom. Now, Rutherford's model of the atom is also known as the nuclear model of the atom, whereas we have the nucleus with orbitals surrounding it and electrons orbiting the nucleus. All right, so Rutherford proposed that the atom has a positively charged nucleus which contains most of the mass of the atom and which is surrounded by by orbital electrons. He considered that the atom is like the solar system but on a small scale, with the planets as the electrons and the sun as the nucleus. He said that the nucleus together with the electrons constitute an electrically neutral unit. Now, Rutherford's experiments consists of a lead block with radium, thin gold foil with the evacuated glass tube coated with zinc. So a piece of radium is placed in a small hollow lead block to give a narrow beam of alpha particles, which is this right here, right? This beam of alpha particles is directed at a thin gold foil, which is this. So it's directed at a thin gold foil, right? Now the gold foil and the lead block are placed in an evacuated glass vessel with a zinc sulfide screen, which emits a flash of light anytime an alpha particle strikes it. So this evacuated glass tube coated with zinc makes us see whether or not alpha particles has struck it or not. The flashes are deflected and counted with the help of a telescope, right? So the result, it is found that most of the alpha particles pass through the foil. So most, which includes this one, right? And few are deflected through large angles. So some also come here and are deflected through large angles, all right? And very few alpha particles were deflected backwards, whereas some just didn't make it through the gold foil, right? They were deflected backwards. Now Rutherford proposed the following: the atom has a center called the nucleus, which is this right here, right? The nucleus has positively charged particles called protons. So within this nucleus are particles in it called protons. Almost all the mass of the atom is concentrated in it. So almost all the mass of this atom is concentrated in this nucleus, all right? Yeah, and a very small volume compared with the volume of the whole atom is being occupied by this nucleus. So later what you are going to discuss is his second observation, which is the model the model of the atom consists of electrons. Now the electrons have negative charge, move around the nucleus in orbit, have very small mass compared with that of protons, and spread in a volume which is almost empty. Now from J.J. Thomson, we've concluded that yes, indeed, atoms have electrons in them, right? Now J.J. Thomson said that these electrons have negative charges, right? Negative charges, and they move around this nucleus in an orbit. This is the orbit, right? And they have very small mass compared with that of protons. So the mass of an electron is small compared to the mass of the proton, right? And they are spread in a volume which is almost empty. So I mean, most space here of the atom is, is empty. can imagine a dark empty void. Yeah, so that will be all for today's lesson and hope to see you later. Thank you for watching.